All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Evan Furlong. Um, I'm here to talk about at least three dreams that I had as a kid growing up and just kind of where I'm at in my life right now with those dreams and maybe if some of those dreams have come true. So, when I thought about this assignment first, after listening to that professor give his last speech, I thought about a lot of things that he talked about, kind of how we had some unrealistic dreams growing up. Like, when I played football in high school, and um, I thought I was gonna maybe go to college playing that. Didn't do that, and then I thought I might do like pro snowboarding or something like that. None of those things have come true. Um, and even as a kid, younger kid, baseball was huge. I always thought, oh, maybe I'll do like pro baseball. No, but some dreams that I had as a child, or I guess like kid growing up through even high school and even now today, that I feel like are some dreams that I still have and dreams that I think about regularly are I've always just kind of wanted to, um, always wanted to like be able to help people. It's always been interesting to me that there's just so much need in this world. Sometimes it can get overwhelming to think about how much need there is. There's even just in our own backyard, we got like a large homeless population, and then sometimes you think about like the hurricanes that are happening just in our country, and then the earthquake in Mexico and all the other natural disasters around the world, and then you've got starvation and in like the wars in Syria and the Middle East, and then even in our own country, we deal with a lot of violence and crime. And there's just so many people that need help. And ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be able to help people. I remember when I was growing up, my mom always made us donate one toy we got from Christmas to the Sub for Santa. And then we would go with her to deliver the toys to these families around Salt Lake. And that was a really cool experience growing up. And I think that kind of is what developed my desire to want to help people. And so my dream with that was always to become a doctor, and it wasn't until this summer that I kind of switched gears and decided to go into hospital administration instead. It was kind of a tough choice, but overall, it's been a really good decision for me. Um, Even though I'm still working as a surgical tech, so it's still like the acute side of medicine. My schedule this semester has been a little different, and then just like the people I'm shadowing and talking to of where to go for hospital administration has been different. So it's been a really awesome experience. Some other things I've always wanted to experience that I always like dreamt of being able to accomplish in my life was to travel the world and learn new languages. And with those experiences of new cultures and learning new languages, I'd be able to reach out to other people, be able to reach out to other people of other cultures. I had the very fortunate blessing to be able to serve an LDS mission in Argentina. I left at the age of 21, got back when I was 23, been back for 4 years, and I still speak Spanish fluently. I have been able to use that a lot here in Utah in the hospital. I worked on an ambulance for a little while. I volunteered quite a bit with the immigrant community here. Majority of them speak Spanish, and kind of by default, because I speak Spanish, I speak a little bit of Italian and Portuguese, mostly just because there's some crossover from Spanish and those two other languages, and I've been able to use them. I've been able to help lots of people here translate, help them get where they're going. I worked at a free clinic called the Hope Clinic for a while, and I volunteered there. A lot of people just didn't know the resources they had that were available to them to be able to get the help they need. So one of my dreams is actually to continue on that path, to continue to learn more languages, to continue traveling. I spent some time over in Europe and realized how diverse their culture is. With how many I was in Spain, but just how diverse it was there. Not only were there a lot of people there that were from South America or from Africa that needed help, but from all over the world and just multiple languages. And so that's a big dream of mine to continue, and I'm very grateful that I've been able to fulfill part of that dream. And then the last part of my childhood dream that I think is maybe a little bit more on the unrealistic side, but it's still something I kind of think is funny is I remember as a kid reading history books, thinking like, man, I really want to be in a history book. Like, what can I do to be in a history book? I don't really know. Um, when I previously wanted to go to medical school, I was always planning on doing it through the military because I come from a military background. My dad was military. Both my uncles were. My grandpa on both sides was military. So I was like the first line, like the first boy in the family not to join the military. And so I always wanted to do that side. But now that I'm not planning on medical school, I'm planning on going to do hospital administration. I'm like, I don't really know. Maybe eventually I can work my way up in a hospital and hopefully enact some influence in politics or something and enact some sort of change and find a way in the history books that way. I don't know. Maybe I'll run for president. Who knows? Nah, I'm just kidding. But anyway, this assignment I really liked the speech about his last lecture. I really liked that. It just put into perspective, looking back on our lives and like after I watched that video, there was like a little pop up that said watch the video from Steve Jobs, and I watched that one as well and was able to kind of watch how he talked about how we shouldn't be doing anything if we can't really if we shouldn't be doing anything today that we wouldn't really want to do, and that if we wouldn't be willing to repeat it tomorrow. Um, and that's kind of where my dreams are at. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.